Hey, what's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke, and welcome to the Dream Green Show. Now, Apple is getting sued, and you guys know this could be amazing news and bad news at the same time. Right now, they're getting sued for $95 million because of they had Siri listening in to conversations that people was having at their house, and then they was selling this information to the market. So let's say if you was in your house and you was talking about Coca-Cola, or if you was talking about taking a trip or anywhere, anything like that, and then all of a sudden you start getting ads on your phone about Coke or this trip that you've been trying to plan for a while now, well, Siri was listening to you and they was selling that information. Apple finally got sued for $95 million. Now, you guys know that I talk about all the time on this channel the big three things when it comes to me to invest heavily inside the stock market. Hey, stock buybacks. When company has stock buybacks, buying back millions of shares that's floating around out there, it makes our shares more valuable. So when Microsoft announced $1 billion buyback or $500 million buyback, I like to buy up more shares of Microsoft because it's going to make my shares more valuable in the future. And I have yet to fail yet when Microsoft have stock buybacks and I buy back shares. When Google and Apple have stock buybacks and I buy more shares, I haven't failed yet. The second one, I look for stock splits. I talk about stock splits all the time on this channel. If you don't know what stock splits are, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any information like that. And then the third one, I said in every time I speak of the big three, the third one will be when bad news come out and the market overreacts, right? So when the market overreacts from some bad news on a good solid company, we love for that pullback to happen, because that's when we go in and we buy up as many shares as we can while this amazing stock is on sale. Now, a lot of you guys are hearing $95 million. Here you go. Apple is to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing Siri eavesdropping. No, Siri was eavesdropping. It wasn't no accusation. She was eavesdropping, right? So $95 million. Everyone hear this. Now, let me show you guys exactly how much of an overreaction is going on in the market, because as you guys can see, it is having a big pullback. Now, $95 million to Apple is absolutely nothing. If we go to ChatGPT, we ask ChatGPT, how much money do the company Apple make every single day? So just based off the 2022 income, they brought in $394 billion in 2022. In 2024, they brought in a lot more money than that. In 2025, they're probably going to bring in double that, right? So in 2022, they brought in almost $400 billion. If we take 365 days, divide that by 365, they're bringing in $1 billion every single day. Apple is bringing in $1 billion every single day, and they're getting sued for $95 million. That is like 9% of what they make in one day. 9% of what they make in one day. So this $95 million lawsuit on Apple is absolutely nothing at all to them at all. Now, on Apple, I'm going to give you guys my top plays on what to do with Apple based off of this news. So if you do want to tune in on that, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that thumbs up button, because that really helps out this channel more than you guys can possibly even imagine. Trust me, guys. All right, so here we are on Apple. This is my indicator right here, the Dream Green indicator. If you do want this indicator right here, it give you the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, the 200 EMA, some bot sell signals right here. Like right here, it gave you a buy signal, and it trended all the way up. You know, I only take the buy signals on Apple, even though it did give you a good strong sell signal right here, and then it did pull back. I only really take buy signals on Apple. So if you do want to check this out, I'll leave a link to my Patreon down in the description, the Patreon to take you to my Discord. Over there, you have access to that. You also have access to my trades every time I buy and sell a stock. And then you have access to 3 pro day traders that I have in there that post their day trades every single day. So if you want to be a part of a community, I'm talking about a community of investors that want to be financially free, just like me and you, consider joining the Patreon. That link is going to be down in the description and also inside the pinned comment section. Now, here we are on Apple. Let's get rid of this to make it just a little bit more clear. All right, so Apple was in a strong uptrend. It came, touched once, touched twice, touched for a third time, and then we had a strong uptrend right here in this channel. It stayed inside this channel for a very long time, and then I dropped some support and resistance zones in this area, and then it finally broke this uptrend channel to start to pull back to the downside. Remember, it gave us a buy signal up here. It broke this downtrend channel, and Apple is finally starting to pull back, and we have a support zone right here. I draw another support zone right here, which it touched once, it touched twice, and then it kind of traded sideways over here for like half a day. So I set a support zone right here, and then I also got a support zone down here. So I got it at 147 and 146. So I got it at 247 and 246. I got another support zone at 239 and 237. And then I got one all the way down here. Let's just use this 200 EMA line. So let me show you guys exactly what I would do to make a ton of money now that Apple is pulling back. As you guys can see, Apple is pulling back to help me make a ton of money, where Apple is having this bad news, right? So we're going to come over here. This is Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. We're on Robinhood right now. It's at $243 over the last week since the news. They're down 4%, 4.5%, which is crazy on Apple. They don't move like that. They don't move 4.5% in a week. They did right here, which is crazy. And over the last month, remember, they was up 1 point this month, 6%, and now they're down to break even. So that's not typical for Apple. But even with that being said, I invest $60 every single day into Apple. This is the first strategy, which will be to dollar cost average in on Apple. And when they have that pullbacks, you know, guys, when they have that big pullbacks, I go in and I invest even more. So let's say if I'm investing $60 every single day into Apple, and then they have a pullback like this, I'm going to look at one of these three zones, right? Right here, I'm still investing $60 every single day into Apple. If it pulls back to this zone, I'm going to find a lump sum of money somewhere. I'm going to either sell some other stocks, or I'm going to find me some side hustles, and then I'm going to go in and double what I'm investing. But if I'm investing $60 a day right here, I'm investing $120 a day in this zone right here. If it pulls back to this zone, I'm investing $240 every single day inside of this zone. Because just statistically speaking, Apple is not going anywhere anytime soon. And whenever you could have them on a 6%, 8%, 10% pullback, you best believe I'm going to go in and buy up a bunch of shares. So that is the first strategy. Right now, I own 130 shares of Apple. That's around $31,000. And my average price is $194. And I'm up 24%. And that's with just me dollar cost averaging in over the last year alone. So I'm up $6,341. That I gave myself a raise of $6,000 just from consistently investing into Apple every single day. Now, the next two strategies I'm going to show you would be to sell cash secure puts, put credit spreads. Now, put credit spreads can make you a lot more money, but let me show you guys cash secure puts first, because I have around a 99% win rate on cash secure puts, especially when it comes to Apple. You really don't lose on Apple. So what I would do, I would look at one of these zones right here. Let's pick one of these zones right here, 139, 140-ish area right there. And then we'll come back over to Robinhood. You hit trade options, and then we'll go out 1 week. This is just 5 days out. And then you hit sell a put. Most people buy puts. That means you're betting that Apple's going to go down. Or buy calls, you're betting that Apple's going to go up. We're on the other side. We're selling puts. Once you make it to the other side of the option chain of selling calls and selling puts, your win rate increased dramatically, at least to around 90%. So we're going to be selling puts on Apple. And then we're going to look at one of these zones right here. So if Apple do pull back to this zone to the 238, we could start selling puts at 236 or anything like that. So right now it's at 243. So let's just use that zone right there as an example in this video. And then we're going to come right here. So Apple is at 243. We have an 80% chance of wins by looking at the delta right there. It's under 0.3. We look for deltas to sell puts, anything under 0.3. So that's 0.18. So we could take it even a little closer to this one right here. There go 0.29. It's right there under 0.3. And then we'll hit this one right here. So right there, we're saying that if Apple stays above $240, we're going to get credited immediately to our account. Once we put this in, $120, right? We're going to get $120 credited to our account immediately. And then they're going to hold $24,000 in collateral. So if Apple do pull back to 240, we're forced to buy 100 shares. That's what happened when you're dealing with options. We're forced to buy 100 shares of Apple at 240, which is amazing for me. That means they pay me to buy a stock that I want to own at a cheaper price. But if Apple do stay above the 240 price point, I get to keep my collateral of $24,000, and I get to keep the $120 in credit that they gave me. So I've been winning every single week. The win rate, if you don't want to be as risky, you could You can, of course, pick the 235. Apple's probably not going to fall to the 235, especially if we're looking down here. 235 is all the way down here within 1 week. So if you guys want to be a little bit more safe, you can use that as well. Now, the next strategy that you guys could use, which you would definitely wait until you get to one of the lower points of this strategy. So if we're looking right here, you will wait to at least it falls to the bottom of the 237. You don't want to do it at 238. You want to do it around 237. Wait for it to fall a little bit on a red day. Right now we're looking at the 4-hour chart, so you want to wait for at least one red bar, and then you can start to sell. And then you can start to sell put credit spreads. Now, put credit spreads is pretty much you're gonna come over to trade options. You can come here, you're gonna sell a put right here, and then you're gonna buy a put at a price underneath it. But Robinhood makes it super easy. We're gonna clear that. We're gonna hit trade options. We're gonna scroll down to put credit spread. I already got it. And then we're gonna scroll to one that's look comfortable. Right now, Apple is at 243. So we could pick one around 237, this one right here, or we could pick this one, or we could pick the 240 that we was talking about early, and then we'll get credited $50 to our account immediately with the max loss of $200. So if you got a $1,000 account, you could put in 5 of these and you'll get credited $250 immediately. So you could make around 25% gain in just 1 week. You can make 25% gain of your portfolio in just 1 week. And if you have a $10,000 account, you can put in 50 right there, make $2,500 with a max loss of 10,000. But you will cut that short. If you guys want to learn how to sell put credit spreads and cash secure couple puts, that's also, I have video courses inside of the Patreon. I have video courses inside of the Discord. If you guys want to learn how to do covered calls, cash secure puts, put credit spreads, if you guys want to learn how to do that, that is also inside of the Patreon. Once again, you do not have to be as risky. You want to wait until you get to one of these zones, not the first zone. If you want to be a little bit more risky, you can use the second zone, but you want to wait until they get around this yellow line, and then you could go in and pick up one of these, right? The prices will be different, so you could always come down to like the 235 to 232. It will probably not pull back to that one. And then you could type in as many as you want. You could type in, if I had a $25,000 account, you could type in 100 of those, so you can make $1,500 in just 1 week. So if you want to sell this at 10, remember it shows the max loss is $2,350. But if it do start to pull back, remember it would have to pull back all the way to 234 before you start to lose money. So if the trade is not going inside your direction, let's say it pulls back all the way to 238, and your max loss, it says $2,350. No, you would just sell early if it's not going in your directions. So other than losing the whole everything, that 150 that you got in collateral, you'll just give that back, or you just put a little bit back and then wait until it falls some more to make even more in the future. So that's it, dreamers. That is my big three. Remember, we love to buy the dip. When Apple's pulling back, we're buying stock at a great price. We're buying a great stock at a great price, so we're going to buy the dip. Second one is selling cash secure puts, because they're paying us to buy their stock at a lower level, and if it doesn't fall to a lower level, they're just giving us money. That's the easiest way of passive income that is. I highly suggest everyone learn how to sell options. Those courses are inside the Discord. And then the third one would be to sell put credit spreads, but you want to wait. Remember, you want to wait. I wouldn't sell put credit spreads at the first level. I wouldn't sell put credit spreads at the second level. I'll wait until you get around this yellow 200 EMA line, and then that's where I'll sell put credit spreads on Apple at a very short strike price and make a ton of money. 10%, 25% of my portfolio in just 1 week, which is crazy. I've seen people grow their portfolio 100% in a month by being very smart and strategic of those 25% gains, selling put credit spreads inside their portfolio. So if that's something that you want to try, consider checking that out. But that's it, dreamers. We love when the market overreacts. $95 million to Apple is, as you guys seen, nothing at all, but we can't wait for the market to overreact. We love when the market overreact. That's when we go in as investors and make a ton of money. But if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let's try to get this video to 600 thumbs up. If we get this video to 600 thumbs up, that really show me that you guys love these videos, and it's an easy way to support this channel because it really tricks the algorithm to push out this video even more to more people that's trying to make money inside the stock market. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And also, if you want to pick up some more free stocks, I'm gonna leave a link to Moomoo down in the description. Just from signing up and using Moomoo, you could get up to 15 free shares from using that platform. That link is gonna be down in the description. But other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.